Man, talk about a rough day for Tesla stock today, guys. Check it out. They actually halted most of their production at Giga Berlin, and they cut prices yet again in China, which at this point I'm losing track of how many times they've done that. So we have to break down this news, the charts, what's going on with the stock. So hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and of course, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000, guys. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Get your stocks. Let me know which ones you get in the comments. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So check it out. Tesla's now down over 4% on the day as we're about to get into power hour right now on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Guys, hope you all had a great week. And again, it's down 4%, over $9. Now it's back under $220 per share. And mind you, this stock just a couple of weeks ago was pushing the mid 200s, and now it looks like we're getting awfully close to the low 200s, 200, 210 range. And you can see we've pretty much been downtrending all day today after we did get a bit of a pop in the morning. You guys can see we downtrended all pre-market. Then once the markets open, we got a bit of a pop there, which was nice, but that was short-lived, and clearly we've been downtrending ever since if you guys look on this intraday. And to be honest, I mean, we've been downtrending for multiple days in a row. Just about a week ago, guys, not even 4 days ago, we were at 240, and again, now we're at 217. So we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 days essentially in a row of red. So Tesla really can't catch a break at this point. It's almost down 10% from the recent high, which almost puts it in correction territory on the 5-day, 5-minute. And on the 10-day chart, you guys can see, wait a second, it's down even more than that. Back in the end of last year, it was at 265, man. Holy crap. And again, it's at 217. So we're down now almost 18% from 265, putting us in what? You guessed it, almost a bear market, guys. You heard that right here on Tesla. So, yeah, it's not looking so great in the short term on these charts. And we did talk about this, not to toot my own horn, but did we not talk about this channel here on Tesla, how it's been downtrending for a good couple of months? You guys can see, and it looks like we got rejected at about, let's see, 265 at the top of that channel, which we've gotten hit there time and time again over the past couple of months. You guys can see. So now essentially we're in free fall mode, right? We're essentially a falling knife, and who knows? We could go down to 190. We might find support at about 200, 205. Time will tell. But either way, what I'm seeing right now, heading into earnings, by the way, which we're getting in about a week, a little over a week, I believe, actually a little under 2 weeks. Heading into earnings, man, we're getting pretty oversold. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And if I had to guess, if I'm a betting man, I feel like we might rally into earnings. I don't know. I feel like we're just way oversold. The odds that this gets even more beaten down into earnings, I guess, there's still a decent chance, but I'd say maybe we go a little lower, but ultimately we bounce back. That's kind of my take before earnings. But either way, earnings are on the 24th, 12 days away from today. They're after the bell, of course. They're typically on a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a Wednesday for sure. So yeah, keep your eyes on Tesla, guys, heading into this fresh week at about 200 to 215. This is a huge spot for the stock, which if it breaks under that point again before earnings, I would honestly be a little bit surprised. But who knows? Never say never, guys, especially nowadays in these markets. So before we get too carried away on these charts, let me pull up the news tab here. Let's talk about what's going on with China, and again, what's going on at Giga Berlin. So you guys can see here, if I scroll up a little bit, we can see overall that Tesla, oops, I don't want to scroll in that much. We can see that, again, it's down 4% on Friday, which is today, after the automaker announced new price cuts in China, as well as they're going to idle production at, most of the production at Giga Berlin due to Red Sea related supplier disruption. So let me come down here a little bit more. You guys can see some more info. On their China website, Tesla revealed new pricing for their Model 3 sedan and Model Y SUV, with the Model 3 seeing an almost 6% price cut to 245,900 yuan or $34,600, and the Model Y getting an almost 3% cut to 258,000 yuan or $36,400. Pretty good price, guys, for the 3 and the Y, no doubt about it, over there in China. And Tesla's price cuts, of course, you guys probably remember in the region, began in late 2022 and early last year, roiling the industry and leading China's other automakers to cut prices as well, of course, in order to compete. Those include NIO, BYD, a couple of other names, which we're not going to get into in this video. So let me show you guys what's going on now in Giga Berlin. That's essentially what's going on over in China. Let's talk about now what's going on in Giga Berlin. You guys can see, as first reported by Reuters, Tesla announced it would suspend most production at its Giga Berlin plant in Germany due to a lack of components and parts coming from suppliers using the Red Sea transport routes. You guys can see, quote, the attack that's going on right now in the Middle East, yada, yada, yada. We're not going to get into that. Has disrupted one of the world's most important shipping routes but U.S. electric vehicle maker Tesla is the first company to disclose a resulting interruption to output. So obviously other companies are, being affected by that. So these two pieces of news, really, I would say, the Giga Berlin news is sending down Tesla stock at this point. And coming down here a little bit more, you guys can see Giga Berlin isn't as productive as its plants, of course, in Shanghai and Fremont, California, but it did reach 5,000 Model Ys produced in a week in May of last year, meaning around 10,000 vehicles or so could be affected. So not that much, but I guess still it's sending the stock down a little bit, along with maybe the, China price cuts and, of course, the heating competition from BYD. BYD is for sure a big major player that's, them and Tesla are going at it, no doubt about it. So that's the main news from today, guys, when it comes to Tesla, and again, how the charts are reacting here, as we're heading into Power Hour. And like I said, I could be wrong, I could be off base here, but I don't think Tesla's going to fall necessarily too much more before earnings. Again, earnings are coming up in 12 days. We're already down 20% in the past, 2.5 weeks. I mean, how much more, damage could be done? Sure, down to 200, 205. I could see that happening, but at that point, that'd be an interesting, potential entry point, although I'm not a big earnings trader. I used to be, guys, believe me, but I don't do that anymore, really. But that could be an interesting gamble to take, potentially. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but if this thing gets beaten down to 200 into earnings, and you think earnings might surprise, hey, that could be an interesting play, heading into earnings. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't want to be too long with this video, but that's a quick breakdown on the news, the charts. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, guys. Fund your account with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. Keep that in mind. Each up to $2,000. So check out that Moomoo link down below. And full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.